I only have one last thing that I want to mention before we get into Leprechaun. And it's a little bit of a downer, and it's kind of I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it because it's weird for me. I've suffered another loss of someone that I knew. I made a tweet about it a couple days ago. This one is weird because this guy, he's not like someone my age. He's not someone like I went to school with. This was I mentioned to Gabe. I had some friends come in last week from Texas that I hung out with, and the one guy that came to visit, very one of my best friends, easily able to say that if he hadn't bailed me out and the numerous times that he has, I probably wouldn't be living. So he's a very close friend. And I spent a period of time living at his house. Even after he moved out with his girlfriend, I still lived with his mom. And his mom had a boyfriend named Russ. And like I said, he was older dude, you know. But what makes it weird is that a lot of the best times in my entire life happened in that apartment. And it wasn't necessary that he was there. Like it did that, you know, like he didn't need to be at the party, but he was there. So a figure that was a part of the best parts of my life is now gone. Even though it's not like, oh damn, like it's not a party now that he's not here. You know, and he's usually the butt of the joke, but in a good way, you know?
Right.
So it's a little weird. But he was a good dude. Like I said, his name was Russ, and he to give you a small preview of the oddity that this man was is he loved his natty ice. He drank about 14 to 17 of the 16-ounce tall boys a day. um he loved horses and ponies, so he had this crazy horse and pony collection throughout the whole house. Must have been at least 200 to 400 pieces all throughout the house. Deathly afraid of the real animal. Will not go near a real horse.
That's fair, to be honest.
Yeah. um very tone deaf man when after he'd get about that 10th or 11th naughty ice in him, he'd be outside smoking his cigarettes with his cassette Walkman on, blasting Ace of Base, singing horribly as loud as he possibly could. um uh a lot of interesting memories with that dude. Even like I said, he was just kind of like background character. But he was a cool dude nonetheless. There were a lot of good times. He didn't really smoke weed a whole lot, but there were times that he would come out and hang out with us, and it would be hilarious because he'd take a few hits, and then you'd go inside like later, and he's got the biggest bowl with like two full boxes of cereal pulled. It just he was a funny dude. He was a funny dude. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Russ. His daughter Ashley, who's an OG from my past as well. So raise your drink, invisible drink, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, for Mr. Russ.